This is ABC15 Mornings.
COVID patients flooding hospitals.
We're starting to treat patients in hallway beds.
The healthcare system is absolutely buckling right now.
While COVID tests are becoming harder to find.
Working to survive these tough times.
We want them to, expand their employment and grow their revenues.
I ask what's being done to help small businesses.
Crash landing.
There was a helicopter. Part of it was on fire. It was spewing jet fuel.
Everyone survives what could have been a catastrophic situation.
Ball across the lane, gets to his spot. Come on, and gets the result.
The Suns win and are back to having the best record in the NBA.
But it was a weird game last night, that's for sure. Well, in fact, Coach Monty Williams even said it. We'll talk more about that here momentarily. But first, we just want to say thank you for spending part of your day with us. We really appreciate it. I'm Kaylee O'Kelly.
And I'm Nick Soletti. Happy Wednesday to you. Yeah, a little bit of a weird game, but you know what? We won it. So
That's
we like
it.
that. You know where else we're winning? The weather department. Meteorologist Iris Rosillo standing by right now with that most accurate forecast. Good morning, Iris.
Good morning, especially when you consider how cold it is in other parts of the country,
Yes.
right? So we'll take our 40s and 50s here in the valley and just keep on bragging this time of year before we get to that not bragging season a few months down the line. Don't have to worry about that just yet, though. Enjoy the weather while you can. It is chilly this morning. We're down into the 40s and 50s, as I mentioned. Phoenix Sky Harbor checking in at 55 degrees. But today, another quick warm up, very similar to yesterday. That will put us in the 60s by 11 a.m., upper 60s by 1 o'clock, then 70s this afternoon, with Phoenix topping out at 72 degrees. We've had some very, very light breezes overnight, but those winds lighten up as the day goes on. Expect those winds to be between about 5, maybe 5 and 15 miles an hour today. That's it, with, again, warm temperatures. And if you like the 70s, well, guess what? They're sticking around at least through the end of the week and even beyond that. I'll show you what that 7-day looks like, and those rain chances I've been talking about are still there. They're just not looking very promising, but I'll break down those changes for you in just a few minutes. Nohelani Graff, though, in for Megan Thompson and keeping us posted on this early morning drive.
Hey, good morning, Iris. Yeah, I do want to give everybody a heads up. If you're driving on the I-10 this morning in the Tempe area, if you get off at Broadway, you're not going to be able to, because we do have an accident that's happening on Broadway right now. So the I-10 eastbound exit ramp is closed. You're going to have to go further to get off and go around it. So here's where that crash is. It's right as you come through the Broadway curve there, and Broadway itself is closed between 48th Street and the I-10. So there's your heads up. We also have another crash on the US 60 this morning. The entry ramp from Stapley, that's blocked because of a crash, but you can get around that one. So just be mindful that it might take you a little extra time. Rest of the East Valley looks good this morning. The I-10 inbound lanes from the far West Valley, also not bad. Just that typical slowdown happening as you get to about 43rd Avenue. And if you're coming down the 17 right as you approach the Durango curve, just a little bit of brake lights there, but no major slowdowns otherwise.
6:02, let's get to your top headlines this morning. Arizona passing more than 1.5 million COVID cases since the start of this pandemic. The first case was reported in our state 2 years ago. The latest numbers from the Department of Health Services adding another 14,000 confirmed cases. As more people are getting COVID, we're seeing the number of hospitalizations spike as well. ABC 15's Amelia Fabiano joining us live now. Amelia, hospitals are seeing one common factor when it comes to the sickest COVID patients.
Yeah, Nick, doctors and nurses say a majority are not vaccinated. Right now, here's where the numbers stand. At hospitals in Arizona, there are about 2,800 COVID-19 patients that are hospitalized. That is up 16% from the week before. There are also 650 COVID patients using ICU beds, and it's taking a toll on the healthcare workers.
Our hospitals and our emergency departments and our urgent care settings remain very busy. Many of our emergency departments are very crowded at this time.
The chief clinical officer at Banner Health says a third of inpatient beds are occupied by COVID patients. And in Tucson at Banner University Medical Center, inpatient and ICU beds are completely filled. Banner Health says about 90% of their COVID patients are not vaccinated. Now their own staff is also getting sick. They've had to close some urgent care facilities because of staffing issues. Banner says it will continue to provide medically necessary surgeries, but those decisions are based on each hospital.
We do expect that we will have continued staffing shortages because we are not yet at the peak of this Omicron variant. And we do expect some disruptions in our surgical schedule, most likely in the upcoming weeks.
So Banner Health is really reiterating here, make sure that you're wearing a properly fitting mask when you're in public spaces, especially an N95 mask. Those are proving to be the most effective. Make sure you're staying home when you're sick. And of course, getting vaccinated and getting boosted as soon as you're eligible. Kaylee, so important to remember.
And socially distancing yourselves. All right, our Amelia Fabiano live this morning from Universities on Down. The Arizona chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics is calling for schools to require masks for all students and employees. The group citing the increase in pediatric COVID cases and hospitalizations, estimating from December 31st to January 6th, 11,000 kids in Arizona were diagnosed with COVID-19.
Now we know COVID testing sites here are struggling to keep up with that surge in demand and staffing shortages. Now those issues are hitting the companies who process the tests as well.
Like everywhere, we've had staffing issues, but we've been able to maintain our turnaround times by adding temporary staff, redeploying staff from different parts of the laboratory.
Sonora Quest tells us they recently hit a record for the number of COVID tests processed in a single day, nearly 30,000. They say in order to stay ahead of this demand, they'll have 2 more rows of machines and workers processing tests by the end of this week.
6 minutes past the hour. We can all get used to seeing more empty store shelves at grocery stores. Experts say the pandemic and the severe weather we've seen across the country, combined with supply chain issues and staffing shortages, are making it really tough to keep those shelves stocked. The Consumer Brands Association says grocery stores usually have 5 to 10% of their items out of stock at any given time, but right now those numbers have climbed to 15%. So let's bring it closer to home. Bashas' is asking you to be patient as they work through these supply challenges, saying that they're dealing with extremely limited staffing at their distribution center in Chandler.
So it's been nonstop around the clock for our distribution center to keep up with not only the demand for getting the product out to the stores, but also to ensure that we're ensuring a safe working environment for our people.
And here's something that should be calming for a lot of people. They are stressing that they are not running out of food. They're just behind on stocking, and they are asking you to only get what you need right now. Do not overbuy.
Small businesses are the backbone of communities nationwide, and Arizona is no exception to that. Nearly half of our private workforce is employed by a small business. We know so many have been hit hard by this pandemic. So what is the Biden administration doing to solve this problem? I spoke exclusively with the head of the Small Business Administration to find out. More than 550,000 small businesses across Arizona, making up nearly 45% of the state's private workforce. It's no secret small businesses are a vital, ever-growing part of our economy, but many are still struggling to get back on their feet.
It was really important for me to come on the ground at Senator Kelly's invitation to see some of the small businesses, how they use the SBA to survive.
Isabella Casillas Guzman, head of the federal government's Small Business Administration, spoke to me exclusively, saying the SBA's goal is to help small businesses get better access to low-cost loans, a broader network of lenders, and make sure it's easier for small businesses to access loans. But what about minority and female-owned businesses who historically have had a more difficult time securing loans in the private sector?
The Biden-Harris administration has prioritized equity because we saw, especially during the pandemic, but even historically before that, that a lot of our emerging entrepreneurs, people of color and women who are starting businesses at such high rates have a challenge accessing capital to grow their businesses. And we want them to expand their employment and grow their revenues because that helps our economy.
Small businesses in Arizona have fared better than most. In fact, according to the Arizona Chamber of Commerce, Arizona routinely ranks at or near the top for month-to-month growth. But one thing they worry could derail that momentum is overregulation. What would you say to someone who is concerned about that?
Navigating government is one of the challenges that small businesses and all businesses face. And so that's partially why we wanted to make sure we launched the Community Navigators and expand our network. We know that small businesses don't have time to play all those roles, all those hats, including HR. We want to make sure that we can provide them with the strategies and the resources. We want to meet businesses where they are and provide a simple access to government.
The Small Business Administration is no longer accepting new applications for PPP loans, but there is still help out there. Also, Governor Ducey's office announced an additional $3.5 million in assistance would be available for small businesses. We posted links to all of these resources on ABC15.com.
Well, we have some uplifting news to share with you. It's an update on the recovery of Phoenix police officer Tyler Moldovan, his wife, releasing a statement saying this: "The progress he's made in 3 weeks alone is marvelous. The impossible is being made possible." Well, you might remember the 22-year-old was shot 8 times, responding to a call back in December. His wife also sharing that he does remain on a ventilator, but doctors consider his condition stable. And she went on to share her gratitude for all of the support they have continued to receive. Feels good to share that with you. Up next here on ABC 15 Mornings, an absolute miracle, okay? A medical helicopter carrying an infant crashes into a neighborhood and everybody survived.
Plus, tragedy on the ice days after a teen was killed during a hockey game. Thousands of people are calling for changes to the sport.
Then competition for Carvana and CarMax. New this morning, General Motors is moving into the online used vehicle market.
Also watching your roads this morning, Broadway is closed between 48th Street and the I-10. It's also causing some closures on the freeway. So if you're trying to exit, I've got your workaround coming up.
It's almost 6:15 Arizona, and today another round of talks to discuss Russia's military buildup right there along the Ukraine border. The U.S. ambassador to NATO says allies remain equally committed that Russia must not invade Ukraine and that there would be massive consequences from NATO should that happen. Also today, classes will resume for the third largest school district in this country, Chicago. This comes after an agreement on COVID safety measures was reached between the city and the teachers union. Former Nevada Senator Harry Reid will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol today. He served in the Senate for 3 decades, including a stint as majority leader, and he passed away after a fight with pancreatic cancer. Boy, talk about a miracle. This was a landing in Pennsylvania, a helicopter pilot avoiding power lines, homes, and buildings, crashing actually on the steps of a church in Philadelphia. All 4 people survived, including a 2-month-old who was being transported to a local children's hospital.
ABC 15 Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group.
Time now 6:15. Let's take a look at the road conditions this morning. I told you there is a crash on Broadway. You can see the flashing lights there. This is at 48th Street. So right now, Broadway is closed between 48th Street and the I-10. This is the I-10, so you can see it is not affecting traffic flows at this time. This is more your heads up if that's your exit, because the I-10 eastbound ramp is closed at Broadway as well. So instead, you need to get off at 40th Street and then take that to University. You want to avoid Broadway right now. If you miss that exit, then you're going to have to go down to the 60 instead and do a whole workaround. So hopefully that's not the case. The other areas of the I-10 from the far West Valley, 20-minute ride this morning will get you through the central portion of town to the mini stack. The 17 is about 10 to 15 minutes. It just improved there if you start at the 101 to get to the stack, and the 51 is about a 15-minute drive to get down to the mini stack as well. So that's a really easy ride this morning. Lots of extra time if you leave early enough. You can get that extra cup of coffee. Other areas of the valley right now, if you're taking the 101 across the North Valley from the 17 to the 51, that's just 10 minutes to go either way to one of those twin freeways. And if you're using the 202 to loop around the valley from the east to the west side, it's about 20 minutes. Now let's check in with meteorologist Iris Hermosillo to talk about that most accurate forecast, and still saying maybe there's a chance of change.
Oh, a little bit of a change, that's for sure. No, hey, you know, we've been talking about these rain chances for days now, so we're going to talk about what that potential looks like in just a little bit. But can I say, it's always a good morning when you say there's a little extra time for some more coffee. Yeah, so that's off to a good start here on this Wednesday morning when it comes to our roads. Weather-wise, looking pretty good too. We've got clear skies across northern Arizona, high clouds streaming in across southern Arizona, and some of those working their way into the valley. And we're going to continue to see this showers through the day today, where clouds stream in to our south. Some of them drift into our valley skies, but still looking partly cloudy today and still looking dry. Temperature-wise, colder to start the day in several spots, including northern Arizona, where we are off to a clear start, allowing those temperatures to really get cold in Flagstaff at 12 degrees, Heber 14, also in the teens in Window Rock. Meanwhile, we've got 40s and 50s here in central Arizona, but more 40s today than 50s. So it is colder than when you stepped outside yesterday morning. Just be mindful of that as you get ready to step outside, maybe as you send the kids out the door a little later. I do still think these temperatures will go a little lower. So it's 40 now in Gilbert. We may see a few 30s in some neighborhoods before we start warming for the day today after sunrise. Our temperature right now is in the 40s to 50s. I do think Phoenix Sky Harbor drops into the upper 40s by around 7 a.m. That's sunrise at 7:32. We start to warm into the 50s by 9 o'clock, then 60s by 11 o'clock, and then 70s again this afternoon. 30-year average is 67, so we're still talking temperatures that are running around 5 degrees above normal. 72 for Phoenix today, 71 at Lake Havasu, and 40s to 50s from Flagstaff to Winslow to Window Rock today. Now, if you are going to be venturing outside, air quality in the good range by this afternoon, but we tend to see that particle pollution spike in the morning hours, so be mindful of that. And as far as our UV index goes, a 45-minute burn time. Now, as far as your sniffles go, something to keep in mind. I know there's a lot going around. Maybe pollen, too, is causing you some issues. Our pollen counts in the moderate range, with juniper the main culprit here this time of year. We are staying with these unseasonably warm conditions through the end of the week and into the weekend, too, with high temperatures essentially in the low 70s every single day. I mean, I don't want to complain about the 70s, but it is above average. So just something to keep in mind. Those high temperatures, yeah, they're going to stay above average through the end of the week and for the foreseeable future, too. Now, when it comes to that rain potential, it's still there, but it's minimal. About a 10% chance for rain Saturday as we track this storm system that we've been watching for days, still sitting to our west. It'll bring us a slight chance for showers, more breezes on Saturday, but otherwise, those 70s through the weekend, a slight drop in temperatures then early next week.
It's 6:19. More top stories this morning. The death of a young hockey player is raising new questions this morning about safety on the ice, leading to calls for change. These neck guards are now selling out after the death of a Connecticut teenager. His friends even starting an online petition for USA Hockey to require neck protection.
I'm not saying a neck guard would have saved his life. It feels like it could have been an avoidable accident.
If they are uncomfortable or not convenient for players to wear, how can we redesign them so that, they're more likely to be worn?
More than 58,000 people so far have signed that petition on change.org.
Paul gets a straightaway look. Needed it. Down it goes. Instead, it's Crowder. He's had a hot hand, and it continues to be hot.
A season high for Jay Crowder, 19 points there. The Suns beating the Raptors 99-95, and it means we once again have the best record in the NBA.
Sounds pretty good. This also sounds pretty good. Bismack Biyombo will be staying with the team. They signed him for the rest of the season. Up next, the Suns head to Indiana to take on the Pacers Friday night. Caring for and protecting our wildlife at 6:25, how you can be part of the solution and make a positive change for the planet.
And after cutting back in 2020, a lot of people are starting to get themselves into money trouble. At 6:36, more of us dealing with rising debt again and what to do about it.
And too many packages not arriving on time. At 6:38, the Let You Know team with a warning before using a local shipping service. And a quick reminder, ABC15 is your home for the Arizona Cardinals wild card game. It's Cardinals versus Rams, starting at 6 o'clock Monday night, right here on ABC15. Welcome back. General Motors wants to take on Tempe-based Carvana, launching its own online marketplace for used cars. Car Bravo will feature about 400,000 used cars available at its dealers nationwide. The website is expected to launch this spring, with the prices of new cars skyrocketing. The market for used cars has exploded. GM says this will help dealerships with their sales and help customers find more models.
Well, on your bulletin board on this Wednesday morning, it is time to take a walk on the wild side. Saturday. That's when the annual Conservation Expo happens at Odyssey Aquarium. Here we go with some of the pictures from years past. More than 30 conservation organizations from across Arizona will be on hand. All kinds of animals for you and the kids to get up close and personal with. Reptiles, wild horses, birds. There will be bounce houses and slides too, as well as raffles. The Humane Society in Dane Haven will also be there, showing off pets available for adoption. The free event is happening in the outdoor courtyard at the Arizona Boardwalk from 9 a.m. to 2. So spend your Saturday on an animal adventure. That is today's bulletin board.
Hey, Oreo is about to celebrate its 110th birthday, and the company wants everybody to get in on the fun.
Perfect timing, right, as we break our New Year's resolutions anyway. The chocolate confetti cake cookies, they look delicious. They have sprinkles and 2 layers of filling. And it's the first time the cookie has sprinkles both inside and out, Nick.
Okay, so these will hit store shelves at the end of the month if you can wait that long. The big birthday, by the way, is March 6th.
That is reason to celebrate.
Gotta stock up, right?
Yes. So how high is inflation? And have we finally hit the peak? At 6:30, the Consumer Price Index is going to be released. We're going to break down this new information for you.
Did you get all of your holiday packages delivered on time? I'm investigator Joe Ducey with a group of customers complaining about one shipper.
And losing our law enforcement to COVID-19. A new report shows the startling numbers amid lawsuits against vaccine mandates in police departments.
And it looks like more of us are starting to rack up debt. So is one of your goals for 2022 to start paying some of that off? It is time to tackle your debt like an avalanche. I'll explain how that works coming up.
Hey, as you maybe get ready for your day, if you've got plans to get to the playground with the kids, it's going to be a gorgeous afternoon. The morning, a little cold, but if you hold off through midday, temperatures will be in the 60s by then, with a high back into the 70s this afternoon. And these 70s, they're sticking around for a while. I'm going to take you through that super 7-day forecast next.